It's Tuesday and we are back again for another Hot Jobs with us here at Hire Military. How is everybody today? We are already well into December, nearly in the middle of the first week of December, and it's definitely getting cold here in Alaska. It's definitely getting very dark here in Alaska. It's 10 a.m. at the moment and the sun will not be up for another 20 minutes or so. So, it's we are in the thick of it, but it is lovely to see you guys today. I hope you all are doing incredibly well. I feel like I haven't done this for a while, even though I was here last week because we had a different version of LinkedIn Live last week. So hi, this is our favorite 30 minutes of the day. We get to spend this with you, sharing our support, our encouragement, our advice, as well, and most importantly, talking our newest roles, both on the SkillBridge side and the direct hire side. So what are you here today for? Are you looking for a SkillBridge internship into 2024, or is a new role on the horizon for you and you're keen to hear what we've got, what we may have, where we may have it, or any tips and tricks that we have for you? If you have any questions, please do pop them in the chat. It would be lovely to see them. We do take the time during this live to answer your questions in real time, or if we don't have that opportunity, we come back to you afterwards. But I do want to hear where you're from. Please tell me today. And also tell me what you're up to right now. What's Christmas like with you? We haven't had very much snow here in the interior of Alaska, but it is very cold. This morning when I got up, my computer told me it was -10. Now we're at a balmy -4. So we are here for the whole of the military community, whether you're a veteran, a transitioning service member, or a spouse. And our ultimate goal here is to help you, to give you 30 minutes of our time today to share anything that you are looking for or answer any of your questions. So do throw those away there in the chat. Do check out our hot links on the event. We have a few that I really want to draw your attention to. The first is how to target your resume. If you think you know how to submit a good application, before you go any further, before you throw another application in, please do take a look at this link. It may well reposition what a resume is for you. It effectively is a document that demonstrates how competitive you are for the role to which you're applying. It really showcases your strengths and really that you are the solution to the problem that that company has, the problem being the requisition or the vacancy itself. So have a look at that. In addition, if you're new to LinkedIn or you're looking to grow your expertise on LinkedIn, there are two places that I want to draw your attention to. One is the resource that we created called How to Create an Effective LinkedIn Profile. It's on our website. It's under resources. The URL is in this event. But also Mike Quinn, our CEO, every single month alongside the USA Transitions team, delivers a phenomenal Mastering LinkedIn webinar. It's 2 hours, but I promise you, you will enjoy every single second of those 2 hours. And it really teaches you how to create your profile all the way through to manipulating the platform as it was originally intended, which is networking for the role, networking for your success in the future. And the next one of those is 11 a.m. Eastern time on December the 12th. So that one is next week. Let me take a moment to introduce myself. I'm Lucy. I am one of the directors here at Hire Military. I have been here at the company for a little over 2.5 years, and my husband is active duty Air Force, which is why we are stationed in the interior of Alaska. So we are at Eielson Air Force Base, if you are familiar, just south of Fort Wainwright. Okay, I'm going to hand over to you.
Hey, Lucy. So great to be here with everyone today. My name is Kate Wood. I'm the recruiting manager here at Hire Military. I'm an Army veteran, current active duty Army spouse. My husband is still active duty, and we are stationed Oconus, about as far away as you can get from Lucy, in Panama, where it is nice, sunny, and we're going to have a snow-free Christmas here, which we're excited about. But so happy to be here with everyone today. I will share some direct hire opportunities later on for the transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses on with us today. But I will hand it over to Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey, thank you. So I'm Matt, one of the recruiters here with Hire Military. I was originally a SkillBridge intern about 2.5 years ago. Been doing this ever since. Normally handle a lot of the direct hire recruiting, a little bit of SkillBridge, but today I'm going to be sharing every bit of information about SkillBridge that I can provide for you in the amount of time we have, plus a few very good internships that you're going to want to listen for, trust me. But I'm out in East Tennessee. It's a great place to be out here in the mountains. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. it's only about 46, so 50 degrees warmer than Lucy's. So not too bad. But yeah, if you have anything you're interested in, please let us know in the comments. Have questions, we will answer them. If you can comment, ask questions. We have time at the end. We'll do our best to answer what you have. But Lucy, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, guys. And also, I will not be having a white Christmas either, just for the record. Yes, it might be very snowy and cold and white here, but we're heading out of state. Hopefully, the plane won't be grounded and I'll actually be able to get to the heat for Christmas. Anyway, before we get going today, a couple of points I wanted to draw your attention to. So if you are not familiar with our website, it is hiremilitary.us. We have so many resources on there for you. So as we go through our roles today, we will start with the SkillBridge internships, and we will really talk about who is eligible for the SkillBridge internship if you are not familiar. We'll then go on to the permanent positions, which are open to everybody here in the military community, spouses, transitioning service members, and veterans. But if you don't hear of anything that is of interest to you right now, or doesn't really pique your interest in terms of your experience or your skill set, there are two other areas that I would like you to know about on our website. The first is we have a full-on careers page for both SkillBridge and for direct hire. So you can be a motivated job searcher and you can take a look at those as we are talking. Also, if you go there and there's still nothing for you, because we have quite the population here and often we can't make everybody happy, what I would suggest and what I would love you to do is to register your interest in our talent pipeline, in our talent pool. So on the homepage, you will see permanent jobs, you will see SkillBridge internship opportunities, but you'll also see join our talent pipeline. And by registering your interest in those, by adding your resume, it just lets us know when new roles come in and we search in our database for suitable, interested, experienced candidates that you may want to hear about the position that we have. Equally, it means that we will then get an email out to you on a regular basis. We send them out every other week or so. So before we start, I am going to hand over to Matt. But when I do, I just want you to know that if there is a role that he mentions today that you may be interested in, and we definitely have some stellar ones today to share, please don't put interested in the comments. It's really tricky for us when we come back after the event to know which role you are interested in. LinkedIn doesn't like us adding the URLs in real time. It deletes them as soon as we hit the enter button. So if you can just say like program manager as an example, Tennessee, at least we know which one to share with you. But if you want to go one step further and you want to be ahead of the game, you can go to our website, hiremilitary.us, and you can take a look at the role in real time. So Matt, I'm going to hand over to you. Can you tell us a little about the SkillBridge internship program and who is eligible for this?
Yep, absolutely. So just, wave tops about what the SkillBridge program is. So for what we do at Hire Military, DoD approved SkillBridge provider and Army Career Skills program. So basically it's for transitioning service members only as during the last 6 months of your service. So basically, count 180 days back from your ETS or EAS, and that's your availability window. Now I know certain branches of service have different limitations. Different installations have different limitations, things like that. But, that's the window that you have available. And what I highly recommend is, when you're a year out, that's when you have the conversation with your command about, your intentions. And if you need a replacement, all those things that kind of get in the way of you being able to get approved, have a plan with how you want to pursue the internship, how your billets can be filled, all those kinds of things. There's a lot of different things that can come up, but have that conversation with your command as early as possible. And that'll kind of help alleviate some issues that we can start networking, see what's out there. We partner with companies. If you're not able to find anything that's on our website, anything on the DoD SkillBridge website, anything else that's approved, if you're in a time crunch, we can basically get them approved on your behalf. And what we do is we strive for a high probability of employment. So again, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a job offer. But it's the high probability of employment. And then one thing that we do, it's a little bit different. We do have some cohorts, we're going to talk about actually one today, but the majority of our internships are based on your availability and our partners' availability. So basically a lot of them are vacancies that they have available that they're looking to fill with a SkillBridge intern to basically help you with the transition, but also fill their vacancies. So once you're within 2 to 3 months of your availability, that's when we can start having that conversation, getting you introduced to them, things like that. But I'm just going to go on to the first role, and this one is probably the biggest one I've seen in a long time. It's a chief operating officer. It's nationwide, so you can kind of be located anywhere in the country. And this is up in the low to mid six-figure salary range. And this is with veteran service brands. This is something Lucy's going to talk about later on. But basically, it's a veteran-owned. It's specifically for veteran franchise opportunities with parking lot striping, athletic field striping, epoxy flooring, and house painting. What they're looking for is 10 or more years of experience in executive leadership roles. So this is very high level leadership. You're working with the CEO. You have the direct reports with VP, you got marketing, business development, things like that. That you have to be responsible for communicating with them, setting strategies, setting KPIs, knowing what you need to develop on your own, and taking that initiative. There's occasional travel for franchise visits, expositions, annual conferences. Very high business acumen, problem-solving skills. The business acumen coming out of the military is a little bit different, but it's that strategic level leadership and just understanding, establishing KPIs and things like that. Lean background would be great. But again, this is a chief operating officer position nationwide. You can be located anywhere. This is for SkillBridge only. That's what they're looking to fill with this one. So if you're interested, you could always put that in the chat. You can see the full job description by going onto our website. Make sure you go to the SkillBridge side of things and you can see what, everything that they're looking for. And that's where you can apply as well. The next one I'm going to talk about is an equipment technician in Dallas, Texas. This is the cohort-based one of the only ones that we have. That's with Texas Instruments. If you've been on here week after week, we've talked about this frequently. That's because they have regular cohorts available. And the next one is January 29th. So this one's quickly approaching, and depending on your branch of service, you need to apply now. But basically, all interns to date have been given full-time offers. Basically, what you're going to be doing in this is performing preventive maintenance, equipment repairs, improvements, upgrades, and installations. What they would like out of somebody is 3 to 8 years of experience in electrical or mechanical. And this can be personal or professional. So if you have experience outside of the military, hobbies, things like that, as long as that experience is there, that's what they're looking for. And you need to be able to start on January 29th and be available for a minimum of 90 days. So do the math whenever your end of service date is, make sure you're available for about 90 days and you can start January 29th. But the big thing is you have to be able to live in the Dallas area. So that's the area you have to be willing to relocate to. They do provide, some reimbursement, some stipends, things like that to help you out along the way. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is in beautiful San Diego, California. So we got Dallas, Texas, we got San Diego, and nationwide. So I think these are some of the better ones we've had location-wise, especially one of them you can be anywhere in the country. But Fire ETC, so basically what they do is they equip fire and safety equipment, for fire-related services, working with the firefighters and providing equipment for them. What they're looking for is experienced Navy Seabees, Army Corps of Engineers, Marine Corps Combat Engineers, Air Force Prime Beef, Red Horse communities. Basically some type of mechanical experience with gas and or diesel engines is preferred. It's just that background of kind of what they're looking for. But, they really want someone that's a service forward person. You're taking care of others. That's a big thing, what you're doing. You're providing services for very important people out there, and you need to have that passion for what you're doing. That's what they're looking for. So, that little bit of, experience with, the gas, diesel engines is preferred. That's going to help you certainly, but, it's that passion that they're looking for. But if you're interested in any of those positions, again, those were all SkillBridge internships for transitioning service members. So a service technician in San Diego, equipment tech in Dallas, Texas, and then the chief operating officer that's located nationwide. Again, just DoD SkillBridge internships. But that's all I have to share. And I'll turn it over to Kate to start talking about our direct hire opportunities.
Amazing. Thanks so much. Gosh, you're right. So great to see those prime locations across multiple industries for our SkillBridge internships. We know that's really exciting opportunities for our transitioning service members to really have an exciting launch to their career post-military. So I will be sharing direct hire opportunities like Matt mentioned. Again, these positions are open to anyone that is actively job seeking and available to start in the near future. So we're talking 1 to 2 months. for transitioning service members, veterans, and our entire military spouse community. And we consider a military spouse, once a spouse, always a spouse. So whether you're a retired spouse, widowed spouse, you're still active duty, you're transitioning, any spouse, if you've ever been connected to the military at any point, we want to see you apply for our positions. So the first role that I have is a remote position. This is a military and government sales manager role. And like I mentioned, this is remote. The headquarters for this company are in Longwood, Florida. So they would prefer someone, if you're on site in the greater Orlando area, they'd love to have you there, or it is remote and open to people that live on the East Coast, as they want someone that can work to Eastern Standard Time. Our client for this position is a DoD supplier of shelter solutions, and they work across all branches of the military. In this position, they're looking for someone that can really help to grow and build the relationships with prime contractors and identify new opportunities within the DoD space. So they really need someone that understands the military ecosystem and knows how their solutions would fit into different areas within the military. So for this role, they'd love someone with at least 5 years of contracting and acquisitions experience and an overall understanding of the DoD and government and how that acquisitions process happens. And they love someone that has 2 years of business development and or program management experience as well. If this role sounds of interest, you can just type military sales into the chat and we'll be able to share the direct link with you as well. All right, the next position that I have is a principal manufacturing process engineer. This role is also listed as remote. It can be performed anywhere in the country, but they would prefer that someone lives in Minnesota, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Kansas, or Texas, as there will be a travel component required to those different states, to the different facilities in those states on a regular basis as well. But on a day-to-day, you can work remotely in this principal manufacturing process engineer position. And this is really exciting because the client for this role is a national multi-billion-dollar company that manufactures and markets quality food products through the home. If we said the name, I know you would recognize them because they are a household brand. So this is a really great opportunity to get into a very well-known company. And again, it is remote, and this is a principal manufacturing process engineer. All right, the next position that I have is a cost estimator, and we're going down south to Atlanta, Georgia, another really great location. Our client for this role provides process and technology-based critical services to government and commercial enterprises around the world. So in this position, you will be responsible for creating and reviewing different cost estimates relevant to their discipline. So this company works within the structural, architectural, and or mechanical industries. So for this role, they'd really love someone that has 7 years of experience in acceptable cost estimating, cost consulting, and or the construction related fields. So if that sounds like a role that's of interest to you and Atlanta, Georgia is one of your target locations, you can just type cost estimator into the chat, or you can look up the full position description and the salary on our website as well. All right, and the last position I have is a DevOps system engineer. This role is on site in Herndon, Virginia. And I want to emphasize the on-site. This is 100% on-site, no exceptions for this position, but the salary associated is in mid 6 figures, so they're definitely compensating you for being on-site. And the client for this position is a data science consulting firm, and they specialize in providing analytic solutions to clients in the commercial and government industries as well. So for this role, they will accept a mixture of degrees and experience. You can have a bachelor's degree in 9 years, all the way up to if you have a PhD and only 4 years of relevant experience. So they will accept a mixture of experience and degrees for this role. They do require an active CompTIA Security Plus CE certification, or if you have equivalent DoD IAT Level 2 certs, that will also suffice. Again, this is 100% on-site, and it does require a TS/SCI with Poly. We know there's a lot of people from the military community that are looking to merge into roles like this that have the clearance as well to go along with it. So we'd love to be able to see your application for that DevOps system engineer role in Herndon, Virginia. So that is the 4 direct hire roles I have for you today. Again, this is very top line on what we have to offer currently. We have 50 plus direct hire opportunities listed on our website, hiremilitary.us. So if you didn't hear something today that's of interest, please go check all of our opportunities out and apply directly to our role. A lot of people ask, hey, I'm interested in this position, and they'll message us. The quickest way for you to move forward with one of our positions here at Hire Military is to apply directly to our positions with a targeted resume and let our recruiters move forward with you as quickly as possible. But that is all I have for you today, and I will hand it over to Lucy. We have some more exciting opportunities to share.
Thanks, Kate. So let's talk about Skillbridge Festival. We work in partnership with an organization called Skillstorm, and they have a phenomenal IT training program. They start a training course at least once a week, and definitely in the cyber, cloud, IT. You want CompTIA? They have it. So they do everything with cool funding. The programs are 16 weeks long. They equip you with all the skills that you need for a successful career in those elements. Like I said, cloud, cybersecurity, or Java even. They are bringing out a PMP as well in January, February time. And this organization is absolutely dedicated to supporting our military community. So if IT or a Skillbridge IT training program is your thing, and you're looking to get into that, definitely put IT Skillbridge in the links and we will connect you with them. The second is a phenomenal opportunity for those who want to get into cyber but don't have any cyber experience or don't even have any IT experience. This is a Skillbridge internship opportunity. It is remote. It is working with an organization that definitely sponsor the whole Vets First workforce development initiative. And this is dedicated to those who are highly skilled and want to get into high-paying IT careers post-active duty. It is an immersive 6-month, and I'm going to say that 6-month Skillbridge internship opportunity. And I know that's not open to everybody right now. We are very aware of that. But that is what they are looking for. And they are looking for those who want to spend all of their Skillbridge time in a program that is going to fast track them into a cyber career. So if that is something that is of interest to you, it's starting in January and then throughout the year, put Cyber Skillbridge and we will connect you with that one. So as Matt mentioned at the beginning of our half hour here, we work with a phenomenal franchise organization called Veteran Service Brands. We have a Skillbridge COO role with them at the moment, but equally they have the opportunity to support veterans who are looking to become entrepreneurs in 4 different and fairly, well, I was about to say fairly different, but there's kind of similar opportunities. So one of them is working with their G-Force parking lot striping. They will set you up for success. They will set you up to have your own business. They will wrap your truck. They will do the marketing for you. They will send you all of the equipment that you need. They will support you. And the beauty of this company is that everybody is a veteran. So it is a home away from home. Everybody gets it. So we have parking lot striping. We have athletic field marking, we have epoxy floor creation, and we have paint core, which is residential and commercial painting. You can set up your own business in one of those 4 areas, and they are just a wonderful company to connect with. It is a totally turnkey opportunity with continuing support the whole time. Like I said, it's a home away from your original military home with like-minded people who are all striving to build their own businesses and be very, very successful. So if this sounds like it could be of interest to you, drop Veteran Service Brands in the comments and we will get back to you. Finally, we are working with an organization called Acuity International. I always struggle with that. And they provide process and tech-based critical services to the government and commercial enterprises around the world. So if you are looking to go back down range and you want to do a contract, they probably are a place for you to go. They have opportunities at the moment in Iraq and Somalia to fulfill various positions in security, intel analysis, and medical technology. All of those roles are up on our website, but if that sounds like it's of interest to you, I mean, you could literally throw Iraq or Somalia in the comments and we will send you that URL. I think that's it from us today, Kate and Matt. I'm assuming you've got nothing else to add. We've spoken for 24 minutes. So I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who has joined us today. It has been wonderful as usual. And if you do have any questions or comments for us, let us know. And we will be back again 2 p.m. Eastern time next Tuesday. See you soon. Bye-bye.